What's up, guys? Godly Perfection from ReachingPerfection.com. This is a how-to kind of video for my prototype for a card game that I designed about a year ago. Like I said, it's a prototype, extremely basic, no crazy animations, no sound effects, no menus even. But over time, I'll be releasing new versions if you keep up, maybe like once a week, maybe even more than once a week. And you can download and watch the game evolve, and eventually I'll get it to the point to where I can release it on Xbox Live, and you can play over Xbox Live with friends. Currently, the prototype has no networking, and it probably won't until I build the Xbox one. But you can play with yourself to get the idea of it, or you can bring a friend over and you guys can take turns. Now, you can go to the link, download the installer, and run the setup, and then eventually you'll come to this screen, whether it comes up automatically or you actually run the program. Once you get to this screen, in the top right you'll notice there's several icons. These are the inputs that you can do. Anything you can do will show up there. So when I highlight a character, I can zoom and unzoom, and then I can click to select a character with the left mouse button. Once I select a character, I can choose an action, and it'll do that action. If I have to select targets, it'll force me to select targets. I can right-click to cancel, or I can just choose whatever. When I taunt with the warrior, you'll notice it says it costs 70 right next to the actual name of the icon. It says plus 70, which means it costs 70 threat. Threat is everything in this game. The more threat you have, the higher chance that you'll get hit the closer to the front lines you are. Closer to the front line, the more attention you get, the more damage you end up taking. So you want to kind of keep your beefier characters up front. So taunting can be really useful for the warrior, which has 16 starting health, while everybody else has 10 or below. You get 2 actions per phase, or per turn, and once that's done, then the game cleans up at the end of your phase, which consists of reducing each unused character's threat by 10, and untapping any unused characters that turn. And then it goes to your opponent. So let me finish up the turn here. I'm going to select an archer, and once I select the archer, if it registers, I can select range attack. I can deal 3 damage to a character in 3 range. Range is kind of quirky in this game, but I put up I created a range diagram which should help you understand it. Let's see. Now it's the second player's turn. Say he could also use taunt, or he could get a little more creative. Let's say we pull up the rogue. We can provoke, which adds threat to a target character. I'm going to add threat to the archer, putting him at 60, which is just below the 70. Not quite there yet. So I could choose the priest, and I could pacify the warrior, putting him below the archer, putting the archer in the front line, meaning he could be hit by my things a lot more easily. Now, I could do the same thing as my, on player 1's turn. I could pacify my archer and put him behind the warrior, or I could get a little more creative and choose the wizard, use Inspire to untap him, and then on my second action, I can use him to actually disengage. Or I can use him I can disengage to pull him to the back, pull him behind the warrior, or I can ranged attack and use that 3 range to hit a wizard in the back. I could have also untapped my warrior and then re-taunted, pulling him in front of the archer. As you can see, there's many different things that you can do. Once you finish this turn, the cleanup phase will run. Notice that the wizard and the warrior are tapped right now. The wizard was used this turn, the warrior wasn't. The warrior will untap during the cleanup phase because he wasn't used this turn. And also, every other character that's not used, so the archer and wizard was used, the warrior, the priest, and the rogue will lose 10 threat, if the rogue and priest had threat. So I'm going to range attack, I'm going to hit the wizard in the back, untapping the warrior and reducing his threat by 10. Now it's the opponent's turn. He doesn't want his rogue to be up front like that, but he thinks he's going to risk it for now. He can untap his rogue and say use knife throw on the wizard that's sitting back there. Wizards are extremely powerful, but also extremely weak, so you want to kind of be wary about losing your wizard. Wizards are typically the first things targeted from my own particular playtesting. But as time goes on, once I release new versions, you'll be able to customize your party. You won't have to use the basic warrior, archer, wizard, priest, rogue setup. You could say have 2 warriors and 3 wizards and go crazy. You could do crazy stuff with a couple archers, 2 priests, and a rogue, and play something heavy defensive or something. And as time goes on, new cards will come out too that you can try out. So, try out this prototype, come to the RP forums, let me know what you think. Then you can give me suggestions, maybe even help me design cards, and come out with new ones once you've got a good feel of the system. So, pay attention, watch the releases as they come out, and I think that's all I've got for now. I'm going to be coding this like crazy, about one version maybe every week that I'll release with updated graphics, animation, sound effects, cool shit. But for now, I'm done. I've been trying to record this forever and having to redo this over and over again. Hope you guys enjoy it and can see the possibilities in it, and maybe one day, who knows, you'll see it on Xbox Live Indie Games and pay 80 Microsoft points, $1 to play this with friends online. Catch you guys later.